Alright, peace, beautiful souls. Welcome to another video brought to you by Celestial Alignments. My name is Saleh, which actually means the sun. Alright, you guys, so check this out. Hold on. Essentially, you guys, I wanted to hop on this video real quick and discuss the fact that a lot of us, due to our ignorance and possibly even our arrogance, we intentionally support our death, instead of supporting life. And we're going to talk about how a lot of people aren't truly living life, but just avoiding death, you know what I mean? And that's a deep thing as well. And you can even say that's that's the duality between living in creativity versus living in survival mode. Being able to thrive versus being able to survive. See, I have always thrived regardless of what circumstance and situation I was put in. And it's because of my mentality, my mind, and my knowledge and awareness. Comprehension is very important. A lot of people in this world, especially because we're in this age of information, right? A lot of people know a lot about a lot of things, but you haven't comprehended it yet. As an astrologer, right, I speak in the language of astrology because that's what it is. It is a language. It is the language of life. And astrology is deeper, and deeper than what we think it is. It's way deeper than just astronomy and the planets moving, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It has connections, and it has to do with things that deal with the spiritual plane, but more specifically the astral plane. So it's a very, very deep and important thing. But anyways, a lot of the books that people are reading on astrology, it's very basic, practical astrology, and I think I should now talk about the fact that there are different types of astrologies out there, different branches of astrology, and specifically I'm talking upon spiritual astrology, right? Spiritual astrology, like, technically has nothing to do with the planets. Like, it's a form of astrology that actually does connect with the signs and the planets, but it's more talking about their spiritual correspondence, their spiritual significances, and it's actually from our understanding and our awareness of the planet's spiritual correspondences that we can now make people like Ra, people like Zeus. These are all personifications of the planets. But it's way deeper than what we think it is, because a lot of people just use astrology to get to know themselves, or they use astrology for like just very little basic things that deal with improving your own personal life, right? But the thing with astrology is the people running the world, they are practicing astrology. And as an astrologer, as an occultist who understands astrology, I promise you, because I'm paying attention to when they're doing what they're doing, I promise you, they did not stage that Donald Trump assassination when they did for no reason. You know what the first thing I did when I found out that I wasn't even the one who found out. My friend reacted. He was like, "Oh my god, dude!" Like and off the bat, I wanted to shut that down real quick. I kind of got mad at him just a little bit because I thought he knew better, but then I learned he didn't know better. These are certain things I haven't told him, and I was like, "Bro, stop reacting. Do you know? And I was explaining to him astrologically, like, do you know where the sun is right now? The sun is in Cancer, but the sun is in Cancer, right? And then the moon was in Libra. Now, Cancer and Libra, and at the degrees that it was in, it was definitely a square. It was there was a 5 degree orb for it to be a squaring energy. A square is an energy that creates friction. You know what I mean? The square deals with Mars, right? And Mars is the planet of anger, the planet of aggression, the planet that's like, get the fuck up and do something type energy. And pardon my French, but I speak as I please, because it's all about articulation. So if you can't handle the profanity, you're a weak mind. Yeah, and that's the truth, right? If you can't handle the profanity. But anyways, there were a lot of astrological, like, for lack of a better term, but not even lack of a better term, I feel like this is the best term I can use. There was a lot of witchcraft in the sky when they did that little thing with Donald Trump, you know what I mean? And if you pay attention, every July there's a Jew lying to us somewhere. And that's a deep thing too, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't even, because we say they, but if you really are attentive, right, and you pay attention to details, and you have the skills and abilities to just attain awareness about certain things, then it no longer is a they. You know who exactly it is who's doing this in the third and the fourth. But that's another story for another time. July, you know, there's a reason why that word is that word like that. Like, you guys really think that these words are random, and that's the problem. None of this is random. And okay, I should also say this. I have my Mars in my third house. My Mars is in my third house, but my Mars is in Sagittarius. So my third house is in Sagittarius. My mind is in that Sagittarius energy. And Sagittarius is the sign of the higher mind. It's a real deep thing. But with my Mars being in Sagittarius, sometimes when I get philosophical, I can get very passionate about this stuff. And it can translate into aggression, you know. Sometimes when communicating with my friends, they may think I'm angry at them. It's like, I'm not mad at you, bro. It's just the way I talk is aggressive. It could be aggressive, you know what I mean? When it comes to things I'm passionate about. And really wanting humanity to wake up to this shit is one of those things that I'm passionate about. It's one of those things that when I start talking about, I kind of get mad because it's like, what are you, like are you dumb? Because, and I understand why there are a lot of things in this world that are very obvious to me that aren't so obvious to other people. And of course not. Of course not. They didn't attain the knowledge and understanding that I got, you know. So I get it. I understand it. And so that's where I had to check my frustration with my friend. He's around me type energy, you know. So I'm always like, whoa, you know, giving him wisdom, giving him knowledge, making him a better, not even a better human being, but a better man. Because society is feminizing men, you know what I'm saying? And it's about, yeah, feminizing men, you know, and people don't even know what that means, you know. People think they know what that means, but it's way deeper than what you think it means. Or you may be right. I don't know. You may be right about it, but from where I'm looking at it from a deeper perspective, a deeper angle. And I'm just saying, most of the times I've noticed that I'm usually looking at things from a higher perspective. And just understand, I have a ninth house stellium. The ninth house is, okay, the 10th house is the most elevated house. It's the house that is at the highest, it's a house that deals with like the sky type energy, right? Like 12 p.m. when the sun is up above us type energy. But then, whatchamacallit, the ninth house is just right below it. So both the ninth and the 10th house are elevated houses. So it's not that I think I have an ego, or it's just what it is. It's just how I see things from higher angles, you know what I'm saying? And that's also, I gotta throw this in there, you know, and I'm just gonna allow myself to release and express my emotions in this video. Because mind you, right now, right once I started making this video, of course I always, before I do things, check to see where the stars are and everything like that. The sun is at 24 degrees Cancer, and the moon is at 24 degrees Scorpio. That's a perfect trine, an exact trine. Now, as I was explaining earlier, a square deals with the Martian energy, right? And I promise you, astrology is very complex, but come my way and I'll break it down to you so basic and so simple, even a little kid can understand, because I understand it. It's like the astrology that men are practicing versus the astrology that angels are practicing are not the same. I'll leave it at that. The Book of Enoch, I'll also say that, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah. So the trine is Venetian energy, right? It's a gift. It's an opportunity, not an opportunity. That's a sextile. The trine is a gift. It's like an easy flow of energies. You know what I mean? So when there are two planets trining each other, what this means is that these two planets are in a synergy with one another that's harmonious, right? Two water signs, right? They're trining because the sun is in a water sign, the moon is in a water sign, but the sun is like, what was, okay. So yeah, I'll just leave it at that. They're very similar, you know, they're like doing different things, but it's the same element. Because Cancer is gas, it's active, it's cardinal, it's active water, it's steam. But then Scorpio is water that has been crystallized through immense pressure. People think that Scorpio is frozen ice, and yeah, but that's like very surface level, and that's man astrology, like the astrology that men are practicing. It's very surface level, and I promise you that if you don't approach, because it's never about what you do, but how you do it. I promise you that if you don't have the right mindset around astrology, it's gonna fuck you over. Why do I say that? A lot of people get into astrology, they study their birth chart, and they think this is how I am, this is how my life is, this is like astrology is a form of prediction or something like that. But what you don't understand, the missing knowledge, is that like everything in nature is subjected to the stars. As it is above, it will be below. Winter time, that's when Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces and Sagittarius too. But okay, when you understand astrology, even that is super deep, you know, that's even super deep. Why we experience winter, the time of death, under those constellations, the last signs. So it's a very deep thing. And nature is just like this. But the thing about man is the climax of nature. Meaning that we are the evolution. Know what I mean? We are the tip. Like this, like once you get to mankind, you've hit the ceiling where the material is concerned. And then once you evolve and elevate, and that's why we need this. That's why what I do is actually very important. And the more I talk with people in my real life, and the more I see with my own eyes how I'm changing their life through the knowledge that I'm giving them, the more I'm starting to understand just how important it is. Okay. But anyways, as I was saying, we are the evolution, you know what I'm saying? Like, we are both connected to the lower worlds, the animals, the plants, the minerals, and that's it, right? The lower world. And we're also connected to the higher planes. The lower, I was going to bring up the lower elementals, but the thing about the lower elementals is they're earthly energies too. So for a very generalized statement, we are also associated and connected to angelic forces, you know, celestial forces, you can say, things like that. So, you know, man has this ability to connect to the higher plane and the lower planes consciously. Sure, maybe certain animals can accidentally slip into this or slip into that, but I guess the advancement and evolution of man is reason. We have the ability to reason, the ability to think, the ability to rationalize, you know what I mean? And with this ability, this is power. With this ability comes great responsibility, which we have failed because we are destroying everything around us. We're using... Alright, so a cyclops. A cyclops is an allegory to someone with only one eye. And that one eye is reason. The cyclops is actually associated with the last deacon of Gemini. Which is my deacon. And this is the deacon of reason, right? The deacon of reason. And this deacon in the stars is also Ursa Major, right? The big bear. Reason why they utilize the big bear to symbolize reasoning and thought, you know why. Because the thought is so powerful. Like, you have no idea how powerful it is. But yeah, since I'm talking about the big bear, I should mention this. My sun is at 28 degrees, and it's in Ursa Major, the big bear, right? And this is the deacon of reason. But then my moon is 1 degree Gemini. Even that is deep. I don't even need to say more. Even the symbology in that is deep. But anyways, that's the deacon of intuition. So I have both worlds, intuition and reason. But the thing is, reason without some sort of faith leads to what we see today. Okay, like the stories of, because there are stories in the, not in the, there are mythological stories that talk about man's arrogance and then man's thought of how man can kill the gods. You know what I'm saying? And I said that weird because killing God is just a weird, very weird, strange energy. So I don't even know why we upheld these weird ass things that come from Greeks. Like if you really think about it and you really look at it, the things that we think are hard and the things that we think are cool, that shit comes from like a mind that's sick, like from a sick mind. And that's why the world is like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, we are following sick people. So we are sick. We are worshiping death. So we are not living but slowly dying. And that's a deep thing too. Anyways, I do gotta wrap this up. I do gotta be mindful of, my friends who want to come back here and everything like that. So I do gotta... Oh, I thought I heard the door. Anyways, so your thoughts really do create things. Because there have been so many times... You know what, you guys? That's a story for another time. Man is the climax of nature. And we have this ability to... Once you become man, you kind of have this free will energy. You become your own moral agent. You no longer have to depend on your environment. You can create your environment. You no longer have to depend on circumstances. You can create your circumstances. All types of things. But you have a choice. Are you going to be a devil? Or are you going to be God? Are you going to be evil? Or are you going to be good? And it doesn't go further than that. But you can take it further than that. And find yourself in La La Land wearing Pisces colored glasses, because you're seeing things that aren't there type energy. And Pisces is the sign of illusions. That's why I said it like that. But anyways, so what inspired me to make this video was, in the past, a lot of the times I would have to actually show people like why my services are valuable. So in the past, I did a lot of, here, I'm gonna give you a slice of this cake for free so you can taste it and it's amazing. And mind you, I'm not cheap. I can't be cheap because the shit that I'm offering is real shit, you know what I'm saying? And I've come grasp with the value that's in it, so I 100%, you know what I'm saying? The prices are the way that they are. And on top of that, it's very disrespectful to me. So to have low prices, it's very disrespectful, not only to me, but to this body of practice, this doctrine, this whole field, it's just very rude because it's a very, very valuable thing. And the thing is, people are willing to support their death. People are willing to take their money and invest it in some stupid shit that's going to really, in the long run, fuck you over. You know what I'm saying? And understand this. Phallic religion. What is phallic religion? It is the worship of the phallic, which is an erect penis. And I know it's weird to talk about the sex organs, but listen. Sex is a very powerful thing. Very powerful thing. The penis and the womb are very powerful things in of themselves. The symbology alone there. So, as I was saying, they practice phallus religion. They worship the penis because through worshiping something, you kind of become it, if that makes sense. You start embodying that energy. They worship the penis, then they go and fuck our minds. That's what they're doing. They're fucking your mind. Now that you see what the heck they're doing, and all of this retarded shit, all of this dumb stuff that can all be just swept away if you understand and learn the symbology that they're using. Because they're using symbolism to control our subconscious mind. Because the subconscious mind uses symbolism to communicate. That's why you can do divination. That's why you can utilize the pendulum. Your subconscious mind. It's using subtle twitches in your hand to influence. Or, I don't know, just symbology. Numbers is a very good example. Of how our subconscious mind, things in our subconscious mind, communicate to us through numbers, through synchronicity. And the subconscious mind is a very deep thing, because it's not, I know, and it's very ignorant of me to do this when I talk about the subconscious mind, point in my head, because it's not in your head. Your subconscious mind is like your inner world, and your inner world is not your brain. It's not in here, I promise you, it's not in there. So why do I say all of this? What is the point? What is the conclusion I'm bringing you guys to? Would you rather continue blindly living a life of pain and suffering because although you know you can enlighten yourself about certain things, you choose not to because you choose to cling on to what is safe and what is comfortable and what is secure? Or would you rather take a chance and invest in yourself in a space where you are seeking experts who already have done what you are wanting to do, so then you can collapse time and not go through mistakes trying to do it by yourself, but find someone who can help you because they've already gone through the mistakes and they're an expert in that field, right? So you're looking for this person. Let's say you find someone and you invest in them. Let me put it like this. When you do these things and you're in that space, that energetic space, the spirits you start attracting to yourself, those spirits are also spirits that see that you're trying, see that you are genuinely trying, right? And when they see that, they start to support you on your on your journey, right? Understand that that money is not worth as much as those spirits that you just attracted yourself, because you are in that space of vulnerability, of willing to open up to something new, of willing to go after what it is that you want, rather than staying with what is comfortable, because what is comfortable, it's a pattern that we've been working on over and over and over and over and over and over. So people, when I'm working with people and I'm trying to help them change their patterns, and I'm talking even in real life, I'm very patient, I'm very understanding, I'm very caring, I'm very loving, you know, because for you to genuinely truly teach someone, you have to be all of these energies, all of these elements, you know what I'm saying? And I'll also say this, it takes just as much patience to teach as it does to learn. I think these are two dualities to each other, teaching and learning. So if you're a student, understand that you are going to need patience, and if you're a teacher, understand you are going to need patience. And I'll also say this, that's why patience is one of the virtues, the fruits of the soul. Because those who have patience are wealthy. They have fruit, right? They have fruit. And fruit is bountifulness. Fruit is money. Fruit, whatever, is symbolic to just having things, fertility. Fertility, right? The seed and the fruit. Duh. I should have just said fertility. Okay. But I'll leave it at that, you know what I'm saying? For those of you who want to tap in and understand what I can do for you, we can hop on a discovery call for free. And I'll help you discover the tools that you have in your inventory, the tools you can tap into and you can gain access to, the things that I've done, what I've evolved through. I always love showing my scars, you know, because seeing is believing. Look, tell me why I got shot in my chest. Right there, you see that, right? Okay, yeah, that's it, right? And they had to cut me open because, you know, there was a hole in my lung and all this other stuff. That's another story for another time. That happened to me. Do you want to know about the shit I went through as a child? When I was young, 9 years old, I got strangled almost to death by my own father. Tell me that's not traumatizing. And then CPS got involved, and then all this other things, and then that was before I even got shot, right? And then even after I got shot, more trauma, more things happened, more trauma. I've dealt with having to be out on the streets amongst fiends and crackheads because I had nowhere else to go. I've dealt with abandonment issues. I'm not capping when I talk this. And that's why people in real life, they can trust it. They believe me and they're willing to listen because they can see that I myself am a walking miracle. So this is real life, and I'm not just doing this to make money. I'm not just doing this because it's a trend. And that annoys me so much. That's a psyop. If you haven't awoken to the fact that the new age is a government psyop, the new age stuff is just a new religion, then this is your wake up call. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna be mad. But here, let me say this: as a man, you can be in your feelings. Just don't stay there, okay? You can be angry. Just don't stay there, okay? And that's just in general. So yeah, you guys already know what to do. I better see y'all for real about this journey, right? And why wouldn't you like tap into a free discovery call? Like, it's free, you got nothing to lose, really more to gain. And I promise you, people that get on my discovery call, they walk away and, okay, listen, I probably have $100 if I got a penny for every time someone said this to me. After the discovery call, they were like, oh my god, you're exactly what I was looking for. Like, this is definitely divine alignment, you know what I'm saying? Divine. And like the 9th house, all of my energies in my birth chart, it's like, just go look at my birth chart, you know what I'm saying? And you'll know that it's true, everything I'm saying, because it's in the stars. Like, I can't make this up and I can't fake it. It's just what it is. And when you learn astrology, you can understand your game and you can play that game hard.
I'm not saying the Avatar state doesn't have incredible and helpful power, but you have to understand, for the people who love you, watching you be in that much rage and pain is really scary.
I'm really glad you told me that. But I still need to do this.
I don't understand.
No, you don't. Every day, more and more people die. Defeating the Fire Lord is the only way to stop this war. I have to try it.